Have you ever noticed that the people who live past 100 can still do one crucial thing after 70? It's not luck, genetics, or fancy supplements. It's the small, often unnoticed things their body and mind can still do. If you can still do even a few of these 7 things after 70, you're not just aging, you're thriving. You're among the rare few whose body and spirit are quietly preparing for a long, meaningful life, possibly even to 100. Most people think longevity is all about doctors, diets, and medications. But the truth is, it's built into your daily rhythm, the habits you've unconsciously kept alive, and the movements your body still remembers how to do. I've seen countless people in their 80s and even 90s who never thought they'd make it that far, and yet they did. Not because of wealth or privilege, but because they kept doing certain simple things without realizing how powerful they were. This video isn't about anti-aging miracles. It's about recognizing the quiet victories your body still celebrates every single day. The proof that deep down, you're stronger than you think. Let's talk about the 7 remarkable signs that show your body and mind are built to last, and why each one is a hidden mark of vitality that most people overlook. Number 1, the strength to rise without support. One of the clearest signs that your body still carries a spark of longevity is the ability to rise from a chair or from the floor without using your hands for support. It sounds simple, almost trivial, but physiologists consider it one of the most accurate reflections of how well your body is aging. When you can stand up freely, it means your legs still have balance, coordination, and power. 3 abilities that quietly disappear when we stop paying attention. I once knew a man named Harold, 78 years old, who used to say, "The day I can't get off this couch on my own is the day I start losing my independence." He was right. That small movement isn't just about muscles. It's about control, stability, and confidence. People who can still rise easily after 70 tend to stay mobile longer, fall less often, and recover faster from illness. It's not about showing off your strength. It's about maintaining a relationship with your body, the awareness of how it moves and how it supports you. Standing up smoothly requires cooperation between your heart, lungs, legs, and nervous system. It's a whole-body symphony that keeps you anchored to life itself. So, if you can still do it, even slowly, be proud. You're not just exercising, you're reminding your body that it's still capable of independence, resilience, and life. The moment you stop practicing these small motions, your body forgets. But the moment you do them daily, your body remembers and rewards you with years of vitality. Number 2, the balance to stand on one leg. If you can still balance on one leg for 10 seconds, without wobbling or grabbing something nearby, you're already defying one of aging's most subtle traps, loss of equilibrium. Most people don't notice it happening. It slips away quietly, first when tying a shoe, then while stepping out of the shower, then when simply turning too quickly. Balance is more than just physical coordination. It's the invisible thread connecting your muscles, inner ear, brain, and eyes. When those systems still work together after 70, it's a sign that your nervous system is aging slowly, and that your brain's ability to communicate with your body remains strong. Doctors say the loss of balance is one of the earliest predictors of frailty and even mortality. So if you can still stand tall and stable, even for a short moment, take it as a powerful message from your body: I'm still connected. I still have command. I knew a woman named Margaret who practiced standing on one leg every morning while brushing her teeth. She laughed when she told me, "It's my way of proving I'm not falling apart yet." She's 88 now and still steady on her feet. The truth is, balance isn't just a matter of physical health, it's also mental. It reflects calmness, focus, and control over fear. People who train their balance are usually the ones who handle life's changes better. 2, they adapt, they stabilize, and they endure. If you can still do it, if your body still knows how to hold itself upright, when the world tilts a little, you're not only preserving strength, you're maintaining grace. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, the grip that still holds firm. If you can still open a tightly sealed jar or firmly shake someone's hand without effort, you might not realize what that really means. Grip strength is one of the most overlooked, yet powerful indicators of how long and how well you'll live. It doesn't just measure muscle, it reflects the health of your heart, your nervous system, and even your metabolism. Researchers have found again and again that older adults with stronger grips tend to live longer, recover faster, and stay independent well into their 80s and 90s. Why? Because your hands are connected to everything else. They tell the story of your circulation, your nerve pathways, and how your body still sends signals efficiently. A weak grip often signals declining vitality before more obvious symptoms appear. I remember meeting a retired carpenter named Lewis, 82 years old, who said, "My grip built my life, and it's still keeping me alive." Every morning, he'd wring out a wet towel and twist it until not a drop came out. He said it wasn't just exercise, it was a way to remind his body to stay useful. That habit gave him both confidence and purpose long after retirement. A firm handshake isn't just social, it's psychological. When your body can still hold on, your mind learns not to let go either. It gives you a sense of control, grounding you in your own strength. So if your hands still close around something tightly, you're not just gripping a jar, you're gripping life itself, and that strength can carry you to 100. Number 4, the memory that still remembers names and faces. If you can still recall the names of your old classmates, your first job, or even what you had for breakfast yesterday, you're doing something most people underestimate. You're keeping your brain young. Memory is not just about storing information. It's about preserving identity, emotion, and connection. When your memory remains active, it means your brain's wiring is still firing with energy and purpose. Scientists often describe memory as a use it or lose it system. Every time you remember something, whether it's a song from the 1960s or the smell of your grandmother's kitchen, you're reactivating the neural highways that keep your mind flexible and alive. The older we get, the easier it is to let those roads close down through disuse. But those who continue to challenge their memory through conversation, reading, or learning something new keep those pathways clear and strong. I once met a man named Robert, 84, who made it a point to memorize the birthdays of every grandchild and neighbor on his street. When I asked him why, he said, "Because every name I remember keeps me connected to life." He was right. The moment memory fades, isolation begins. The ability to recall faces and names isn't just a mental trick, it's emotional glue. It keeps you human, relevant, and anchored in a world that's always changing. So if your mind still surprises you with old memories, hold them close. They're not random, they're proof that your brain is still healthy and resilient. And when you make an effort to keep it active, you're not just preserving information, you're preserving yourself. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5, the appetite that still enjoys real food. If you still find pleasure in the taste of a home-cooked meal, if your stomach growls at the smell of bread, baking, or the sound of coffee being poured, then your body is giving you one of the most overlooked signs of longevity, a working appetite. Many people after 70 begin to lose interest in food. They eat simply to fill the clock, not their hearts. But the truth is, appetite is more than hunger. It's a signal that your digestive system, hormones, and emotional state are still aligned with life. When you still crave flavor, your body is still seeking vitality. It's telling you, I want to live. I once knew an 83-year-old man named Harold who said, "As long as I can still taste butter, I'm fine." He meant more than flavor. He meant desire. That small joy of eating, whether it's soup on a cold day or fresh fruit in summer, keeps the body engaged with the world. Older adults who enjoy eating tend to maintain better nutrition, stronger immunity, and even sharper memory. But this doesn't mean eating anything. It means eating consciously, chewing slowly, choosing foods that nourish, and appreciating the act itself. When you treat eating as a moment of gratitude, rather than habit, it strengthens not just your gut, but your soul. If your appetite still stirs, that's not trivial, it's sacred. It means your body hasn't given up the will to connect, enjoy, and thrive. Those who eat with joy tend to live longer, not because of what they consume, but because of how alive they still feel while doing it. Number 6, the curiosity that still asks why. If your mind still wonders how things work, if you still ask questions, or feel a quiet excitement about learning something new, you carry a rare gift, the curiosity that refuses to die with age. Most people lose it long before their hair turns gray. They stop asking, stop exploring, and simply exist within routine. But curiosity, true, living curiosity, is one of the strongest predictors of longevity. It keeps your neurons firing, your imagination alive, and your sense of possibility intact. Scientists call it the fuel of the brain. I call it the soul's refusal to grow old. I remember meeting Eleanor, a 79-year-old woman who started studying astronomy after her husband passed away. She told me, "The stars made me feel small but alive again." That's what curiosity does. It connects you to something greater than yourself. Whether you're learning a new recipe, watching documentaries, or simply asking your grandchildren about their world, curiosity keeps you young because it keeps your mind stretching. The happiest elders I've known are the ones who still say "I wonder" instead of "I already know." They question, explore, and adapt. And in doing so, they stay mentally flexible, emotionally engaged, and spiritually open. The moment we stop asking questions is the moment we start fading. So if you still find yourself curious about life, congratulations. You've kept the very spark that sustains all growth. That spark doesn't just add years to your life, it adds life to your years. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 7, the heart that still feels grateful. If you can still wake up and find something, anything, to be thankful for, then your heart is younger than most people half your age. Gratitude is not simply a feeling, it's a way of seeing life. It's the quiet recognition that even in pain, there are gifts. Even in loss, there's meaning. When we grow older, it becomes easy to focus on what's missing, the people who've left, the health we once had, the dreams that didn't come true. But the elders who live long and die peacefully share one powerful habit: they focus on what remains. They give thanks for what's still within reach. The warmth of sunlight through the window, a cup of coffee, the sound of laughter, or even the simple fact that they can still breathe and see another day. I remember a woman named Martha, 87 years old, who once told me, "I don't count my years, I count my mornings." That line has stayed with me ever since. Gratitude doesn't erase hardship, it transforms it. It shifts your mind from fear to peace, from resentment to acceptance. Studies have even shown that grateful people have lower stress, better immune systems, and longer life expectancy. But beyond science, gratitude is spiritual oxygen. It's what keeps your heart alive when everything else begins to slow down. So if you still say thank you often, when you wake, when you eat, when someone smiles your way, know that you're practicing one of the strongest forms of medicine known to humankind. Gratitude is the proof that your soul hasn't aged, only matured. And those who stay grateful stay alive in body, mind, and spirit. Final thoughts. If you've reached this far, I want you to pause for a moment and take a deep breath. Everything we've talked about today isn't just a sign of longevity, it's a reflection of a soul that still chooses life every single day. Reaching your 70s doesn't mean slowing down, it means refining what matters. If you can still move your body, love others, laugh freely, eat with joy, learn with curiosity, and greet each morning with gratitude, then you're already doing what most of the world forgets to do. You're living, not surviving. People think longevity is about medicine, supplements, or exercise routines. But true longevity is a mindset. It's how you treat yourself, how you talk to others, and how you meet each day with a little more grace and a little less fear. So, if you can still do this, if you can still live with heart, wonder, and intention, then yes, you are destined to live a long, meaningful life. Maybe not to exactly 100, but to the fullest number your heart can hold. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue